Managing last leg of the race. Managing last leg of the race. Dr. Mohan was working on another book for working managers who were scattered all across the country, many of whom did not have opportunity to go through formal management education and may not have any appreciation of a strategic management subject which was useful for all the managers and a compulsory course in all recognized management programs in India. Problem in delivery of the book to user. After finishing the book, he uploaded it on printer's website for online distribution. The e-book was also uploaded. He then ordered the book at his Bangalore address. The book, however, was not printed within 3 to 5 days but took 8 days. As a result, it did not reach within expected time. By the time it reached the address after 12 days of order, Dr. Mohan had left Bangalore for Lucknow. He had planned for launch of the book at Lucknow on 8th October. In anticipation, therefore, he ordered another copy for printing and delivery to Lucknow address. This time, the book was printed within stipulated time and dispatched on 5th October by FedEx courier. The book was claimed to have been delivered on Sunday, 7th October at 5 p.m. at librarian of IMP. However, on inquiry, the librarian surprised by saying that no book was received. No one at FedEx or printer was able to help and explain where the book had gone. Copy of the delivery note showed that it was received by the librarian, who refused that it was his signature. For delivery in library, one had to pass through two security checks, one at the main gate of the institute and the other at the library security gate. No record of anyone from FedEx having crossed the two security gates was found. The launch was therefore deferred. The experience was too shocking to Dr. Mohan. If ordered by him for his own institute, the the book doesn't reach their destination, what might be the fate of other people ordering it? He started losing faith in the online prepaid delivery of his book through printer, who could be contacted only through email. No personal contact or telephone or mobile contact were entertained. In the meantime, the head of Department of Veer Narmad University, Surat, expressed desire to buy some books requiring invoice. Dr. Mohan ordered 2 books for them and sent as complimentary copy. The books were printed and sent by FedEx. This time again the book did not reach. The web tracking showed that the delivery boy reached at 6 p.m. on Saturday for delivery and returned the book with remark that the office was closed. Dr. Mohan now got nervous. If a worldwide reputed courier is not delivering the books to leading institutions in major cities like Lucknow and Surat, it's end of online sale of his books. If the books cannot reach the user on time, what's the point in writing the book itself? Some alternate method has to be found out, he felt. Else, his dream of Indian experience-based literature that can instill confidence that strategic management education matters will remain a dream. He was getting as much concerned about the wider implications in Indian society when the Rafale deal offset clause was being debated in the country and ruling party as center was losing ground in the state elections. Developing the idea of do it yourself. After a few days of sleepless nights, one day an idea occurred to him that if one could print and bind himself, it would be easy for him to do it with certainty. He therefore tried to print the file he had uploaded for the printers on the Xeroxing machine of his travel agent with the help of travel agent and his assistant. But alas, it was on a A4 size full page printing, though with larger font size, which even an old executive could read. He made another attempt. He wondered how the printers were able to print the page like in the book. With few more organizing days passed, with several trials, he noted that Xerox machine also had a setting of shrink the oversized pages. He selected A4 size paper in the layout and selected the above setting. This time the print was in the same size as in the book, but at the center of the page, which could be reduced by cutting the pages on all four sides. But problem came in the form of how to cut it. He bought a paper knife. It worked, but the fineness of machine cutting could not be achieved. He tried to locate bookbinders, but they were located away from his house and he could not drive due to illness, and driving to bookbinders was costing taxi charges as also the cutting charges. The making of covers also proved to be a Herculean task. After several days of efforts, he was able to find a standard setting. If got printed on his travel agent's machine, the sharpness of A3 size color print was not achieved. Every time he had to go to established printers who were not close by. But he found in every locality of the city there was a printer available who could print on A3 size glossy paper. He felt relieved. If the user gets the soft copy of the book through internet, downloads it, and prints with prescribed setting at any roadside Xeroxing service points and is able to bind it, he can make the book himself. Spiral binding options were always there, which could be used for distributing the book to the participant at regular MBA programs and management development programs. It also allowed the user to add additional material as necessary if the material is with the same layout. The problem of binding software could be overcome by use of heavy-duty stapling machine, which is available at many Xeroxing shops. Once the printed book is stapled on left side of long edge at about 3.5 centimeters from the edge and then 2.7 centimeter slices cut on the edge, the colored A3 size printed cover could be pasted on the same, and then the whole book could be cut from other three sides 3 centimeters from the edges to give it the shape of a formal book available for online purchase. It, however, required a good quality paper cutting knife, as the edges could be a bit rough, although it did not matter much given the other advantages. If there was a book binding shop close by with heavy duty cutting machine, the book economics of do-it-yourself. The printing cost of preparing a 274 pages book could vary from rupees 60 per page to rupees 1 per page back to back, that is ranging from rupees 165 to about rupees 274 for the whole book. The cost of cover printing could range from rupees 15 to 40. The cost of cutting could be about rupees 10 if it got done outside. In all, the cost of getting the book made by oneself could range from rupees 190 to rupees 324. The book was priced at rupees 300 paperback and could be purchased online, which included delivery, that is courier charges, ranging from rupees 70 to 100. The cost to customer could thus range from rupees 370 to rupees 400. The author had slashed royalty to rupees 7 only to keep the cost low and in round figures. Other advantages, unique features of the book. Number 1. Incidentally, this was a book which was printed on demand, not from stock. One could thus request for unique cover design suiting his institute and educational or management development program. The inventory carrying cost were zero and thus the price was low. Also, economics did not emerge from the bulk purchase but stand alone to one copy of the book. The book could be customized by selecting some chapters and combining it with chapters and cases from other books, thus making program material in attractive yet low-cost books. Indeed, the instructors could add and their own work in such customized environment. 3. The delivery charges were eliminated, resulting in substantial saving for individual customers. 4. The method ensured certainty in terms of availability, and in most cases, it could be available in one day. 5. If the user could read 10-point font, the book could be printed in A4 by 2 size, increasing ease of handling and further reducing the cost to almost half of the above figure. In this format, even blank pages could be added if it is spiral bound, which allows participants to take notes in the class and keep it all in one book. It won't be difficult to read with the small font size, as one could have both e-version at ₹100 from the savings in printing cost. In a spiral bound version, material could be added during the course of program as the need arises. 7. One doesn't need to print the entire book in one go. Chapters could be added as the course progresses. Having experimented with do-it-yourself version, Dr. Mohan felt relieved, as not only the last leg problem was resolved, but it could handle even emergency situations caused by delays and last leg problems. What surprised Dr. Mohan was the new option it created for the user, who may be located in a remote corner of the country and wanted to understand the subject. It also made him realize bitterly the problem of managing last leg in a vast country like India with varied value systems and system obstacles of delivery. He felt the job is not done unless the last leg is managed, else it is all loss and stuck in investment. He wished if politicians in the country had realized the problem of managing last leg, because of which many good schemes fail or get delayed. What was the problem of managing last leg of the business? What are consequences and wider ramifications thereof? Question 2. Why such problems arise? Question 3. How such problems can be resolved? What are the lessons for Indian managers and policy makers? Question 4. What is the relevance of Gandhian thought on the issue? Question 5. In light of this discussion, comment on suggestions of Academic Resource Park in the perspective plan of IMX.